Good morning, my name is Martin and this is the Tribe of the Fox. And today a little altar update. So why an altar update? Well, because an altar evolves just like your own spirituality evolves. So in my case too. So yeah, sometimes something changes, nothing is static. Now, what has remained is that the altar is built of two small cigar boxes, and I put blue fabric around it. So blue is the color of the realm of the dead, so blue but also white and also gray. And in my own unverified personal gnosis, another realm, Mirkvider, also has a lot of blue color. And Mirkvider is a place where people go when they died a not so pleasant death. So it's not a very, very nice realm. Okay, then we have in the middle a skull. Now this of course is a fox skull. After all, it's the tribe of the fox. And Dirkje has a similar one. So yeah, we both have one. And then we have here a statue. It's a statue made of plaster and not made of stone. And it represents Angerboda and three of her most important children. So Angerboda is the wise hag of the Ironwood. And the Ironwood is a very, very important place in our mythology. Because Angerboda has some very important children. Hela, the goddess who rules the realm of the dead, where we all go at some point. Fenris, the wolf. So Fenris, he ends a cycle. That is his job. So when this era comes to its end, it's he who is the destructive force. And then we have the Midgard snake. And the Midgard snake, he represents life and death. He represents a thing called Aether. So Aether, you find this in the Edda poetry. You write it with E-I-T-R. That is basically, it's described as a poison actually. That comes from the well of Vergelmir in Niflheim. Now, Niflheim is also ruled by Hela. And Aether is basically pretty destructive. This is what makes things grow, but also stops it, also kills it. So it has coming and going as its, how do you say this in English, as its qualities. So that is why there is cyclic existence, coming and going. Then we have another statue of three ladies. So I see her as the triple goddess or the Matrone. And the triple goddess, the Matrone, were very, very, very important in pagan times. Here in the area that we now call the Netherlands, the west of Germany and Belgium. But they're not as popular as they used to be. They used to be our main goddesses. However, no, not anymore, because they're so hard to grasp and there's so much mystery in them. There's so much mystery in them. They rule the underworld. They are ruling our level of the cosmos. They are ruling the celestial bodies. So there's a lot going on there. But I also made a video about them, about the Matrone, because it's an important topic. However, my videos about Angerboda, Neelenia, Baduhenna, they score a lot better when it comes to views. So the Matrone, the triple goddess, definitely deserves a little bit more. Now here in front is a wooden necklace. Now I don't wear any jewelry, but I got it from a teacher who taught me about the dead, the dying, and the people who stay behind. So it was a very shamanic thing. And there are runes on it, you see. Now these are not the runes that you find in the books. So these are runes that come from unverified personal gnosis. However, many people in the Netherlands and Belgium, they work with those runes, and they work. Now here's a medallion, you see, Dirkje made it. It's from copper and it represents a fox, so I think it's very cool that Dirkje made this. Then we have amber, the yellow stone, and the black stone. I don't know how to say the name in English, but they represent life and death together. Little statue of a fox, of course. The altar is guarded by 2 knives. So this knife here is a saber 142. It's a knife that my father bought in the early 60s when he was a teenager. So my father is unfortunately no longer here. But I still got his knife. So I also need my own knife. So that's a Gilhibben, a double-edged boot knife. It's a bit too big to be an actual boot knife, by the way. But it's a beautiful knife. You can also use them as a wand. Now here is my rattle. So there are no matches in it, there's rice in it. And I sealed with tape the sides. And I used this rattle for many years, and it's great, nice sound. It helps me to get in a state of trance, and then I go on using my staff. Now here we see a very liminal picture. It's a fox standing on land, but near the water, so a very liminal place in between 2 worlds. The willow trees here, it's very Dutch, you see so many of them here. And the willow is a very witchy type of tree. So my staff is also made of willow wood because it grows between land and water. And there are white birds on the background, you see. White birds, white animals are often connected with the realm of the dead. So this is a totally awesome postcard. Here we see in the front a symbol that comes from the Gulveigar book written by A. Kortu. So this is a Tuarzatru symbol. And I also made a video about Tuarzatru, by the way. And it represents the iron wood, where Angerboda comes from. And there in the corner, a colorful water picture, is water paint, I mean. A teacher made this for me, a lady who taught me energy therapy, the basics of energy therapy. So that's very useful and has a great overlap with shamanism. And I like to feel trees, to feel their energy, put my hands against a tree. I also made a video about that. So that means a lot to me. It was great education. And it's also a beautiful little painting. And I like trees. And this is my altar as it is at this moment. So stay safe, stay healthy, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.